Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. And I have a finish to share with you, but let's see here. The light is kind of weird today. So let me just... so I have a finish and this had a lot of tiny details with the beads and the back stitching. And I actually decided to outline the heart with white beads because I had a lot of those. So I think I like that better than just cross stitches. So I actually had to redo that because I had done the cross stitches and then I had the idea to outline it with white beads. But yeah, I really like the color that I chose for the star and I think it looks really similar to the picture now. So now I only have one left in the series to stitch, which is the Santa. So this is what he looks like. And he has a lot of elements as well. I really like this piece because in this you can see all of the 11 pieces or designs in a small scale. And this kind of ties everything together. So I really like that about it. But I'm going to work on this next month, so I'm going to put this away for now. So this week, or rest of the week, I'm going to work on my October birthday cake. And I'm going to try to finish this, and I think I'm about halfway through the project. So I'm going to work on this. This will be my small project because when I work on several projects at the same time, I like to have pieces that are different in sizes so that I could maybe have a finish. So I'm going to work on that, and then like I said in my last update, I'm going to work on Nightmare. And I've already talked about this in my last video, so I won't talk about it here, but so you'll be seeing this in this video, and then today I think I'll start my autumn sampler, and I really wanted to start this after I get the angel done, so I'm going to start this today. And then I think I'm going to work on the pink house because I only worked on this for one day so far, so I want to spend more time on this. And maybe I think I'll put away my blue manor because even though I want to work on this more, I actually want to use this Q-snap for the autumn sampler. So maybe I'll come back to this again after I get a good amount done on the autumn sampler. And I also think I'm going to put away Halloween at Hawkhorn Hollow for now and put Nightmare on that Q-snap. And I'm thinking about cutting them into smaller pieces so I can have them in smaller hoops. But yeah, so for now you'll be seeing the October cake, Nightmare, autumn sampler, and pink house in this video. And maybe I'll start a really small project because I want to have something small started so that by the time I'm done with the October cake, I'll have another small project to work on. And last night I finished reading Kyo by Junji Ito, and I was really creeped out by it. It's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's gory and very disturbing because it kind of relates to, it reminds me of what's going on right now in the world because it's about a virus, but I kept laughing because, not because it was funny, because it was so outrageous. Like, I couldn't believe what I was looking at because it's a comic book, so you don't have to imagine it, you're actually seeing it. And I kept thinking, like, how did this person think of these things? It's so weird, kind of, but I don't know. But I finished it, and yeah, I was entertained by it. I got scared a little bit, or more like creeped out by it. I think that would be more appropriate, but I guess I just didn't know what I signed up for when I started this book. So, honestly, I don't know if I want to recommend it, but if you like scary, gory, disgusting stuff, monstrous stuff, check this out. So, that was the short one, and I'm going to start this one tonight, and it's called Uzumaki, and it's about spirals or the fear that comes with the spiral. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to start this tonight, and this is twice as long. So I don't know if that means it has more story to it or more disturbing images in it, but we'll see. So I guess that's all the update for now, and I'm going to find something to eat for lunch and head out to the studio. And someone commented that they want to see what I'm working on in the studio, so maybe I'll show some pieces later when I get to the studio. and I only got a little bit started on the broom here. So I only got some of the browns for the broom and a little bit of the half stitches. So this was a kit, and this kit came with a 14 count Aida, I believe. And I actually did a giveaway on that fabric before, so I don't have that, but I'm stitching this on a 32 count even weave, and it's called Murano Lugana in ivory. And I decided to stitch this on an even weave because this design has a lot of partial stitches and back stitching. So if you see here, like the pumpkin wallpaper, and then there's a lot of quarter stitches and half stitches, and so there's a lot of those. So it's really hard to do that already, or I find it hard, but it's even harder to do that on Aida, I think. So, and in this picture it looks like it was stitched on Aida, but I don't want to do that. So I got even weave instead, and the reason I got even weave and not linen is because even weave doesn't have those lumps or slubs in the fabric, and also because I like to stitch full coverage pieces on even weave. And this isn't exactly a full coverage piece like a heaven and earth design, but it looks like it. And I like to stitch on linen when there's a lot of empty spaces, and because I actually like the look of linen better because it looks more natural. So if I was going to show fabric anyways, I would go with linen. But in a design like this, I think something that's more smooth or even looks a lot better, and also much easier to stitch because the threads of the fabric is even. So I think the end result look a lot better than on linen. And because this was a kit, I had to do a little organizing, so I spent a little time on organizing this before I started stitching the broom here, and I was really surprised because I didn't really have to do much except for anchor this onto this cardboard. And this cardboard already came with the holes pierced, and the flosses were already in it, but it wasn't anchored. But it was really nice because the keys on the chart was listed in order of the flosses that was in the holes. So I didn't really have to like figure out which key was which color. So all I had to do was anchor the flosses and write the DMC numbers. So that was really fast and convenient. And I really love these colors. I think it's really pretty. But yeah, so I really liked how this was already organized, but I don't think my other samplers are kitted up like this. I think it's just a big thing of flosses where I have to separate and organize them myself. But yeah, so I think I'm going to work on this today again because, because this can be divided into small sections, I think I'll try to finish this section here with the cat and the witch, with the pumpkin, with the Halloween sign, before I move on to my next project. And that's going to feel like a small finish, I think, so I'm going to backstitch as I go as well, because I don't think I want to leave that till the end and get super annoyed by it. So yeah, I think I want to work on this again today. So I stitched a lot yesterday, as you can see here. I have the broom and the cat with the green hat finished, except for the backstitching. And this little section here, the chart was really hard to read because there were half stitches and backstitching over some of them, so the symbols were really hard to read. So I had to look at the cover picture to make sure I had the right color on a couple of the half stitches, and there's also some French knots for his paws. But yeah, other than that, it's really fun to work on this. And I think I'll try to do some of the backstitching before moving on to the other parts, or at the same time, because I also want to start stitching the witch, because that looks like it's going to be super fun to stitch. So yeah, and then I wanted to work on something small, so I started Samhain by Primitive Hare. It's one of their freebies. I'll have the link in the description box below. So I started it, but I didn't really get much done on it. Just 2 letters, S and A for Samhain, and these are the two colors I'm going to use, and I think it's going to be really pretty, especially the one with the variegation. And then I actually took off Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow from my Q-snap and cut them into smaller pieces because I'm going to turn them into small ornaments anyways, and also because this way I can choose one every month to work on it and finish it, just like my other smaller projects like my Bryce tree ornaments. I also want to work on them in smaller hoops like this one, and I didn't work on this at all yet. But yeah, so I'm going to choose one and work on it until I finish it, and I only have 3 started so far, but yeah, so that's the plan for these. So I think today I'm going to work on this a little bit more and maybe try to get to the witch after doing the back stitching a little bit. I just want to stitch the red. It looks really pretty, so I guess that's it for now, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. I gotta say, this is a really fun project to work on. So I just non-stop worked on this, and well, it was only 2 hours, I think, but usually when I stitch for maybe 15 minutes and do something else, and stitch for another 15-20 minutes and do something else. But with this, I just sat for 2 hours straight, and I had some videos on my computer and just stitched the whole way through. And it was so fun. And I think it's because I could stitch in all directions with different colors. If I was bored with one color, I can start in a different section with a different color. And if I was bored with cross stitches, I started back stitching. And if I felt like it, I tackled like the half stitches. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I finished the back stitching here on the broom, or at least the bottom section of it. I know it's kind of hard to see. And then I also started back stitching the vines and started the banner with the Halloween sign. Let me just bring this up close. So the back stitching is a little tedious, but it makes the whole image clearer, so I really like that. And I still need to do the back stitching on the cat and also the hat. And I also did some of the red on the witch, and so I'm going to continue with that today. And because, so it's 25th, I think today is, and there's only a week left till Halloween. Or actually less than a week, but I think it would be amazing if I could get this section done on Halloween. So I guess that's my goals for this project, and I know it's a big section, but I think it's totally doable since it's so fun to work on this. So yeah, that's all the stitching that I have to show you, but so I'm going to work on this today as well, just a little bit because I want to focus on Autumn Sampler, but I realized that I only worked on my autumn sampler in this video. I think I said a couple of days ago that I was going to work on several different projects, but I'm really into my autumn sampler, so I think I'm going to have to add a little note in the beginning of this video so that when you're watching this, you're not expecting other projects. But let me know if there is a specific project that you want to see me work on, because that sometimes helps me when I feel like I want to work on something else but can't decide. So leave a project name in the comment section and I'll also pull that project out and work on it too. So anyways, this is Nightmare by Courtney Collection, and I have all this loose ends here and some are part so that I could continue with it. But yeah, so I'm stitching this with Silks for You silk, and it's super pretty and soft. So this is also really fun to work on as well. And this is a really good project to work on while listening to an audiobook. And I always feel like I can make a lot of progress on this because I'm only stitching it with this one color, and I even have it on my fabric. But I just have a very short concentration span that I get distracted so easily. But I'm going to try to find something to listen to and try to get a lot done on this. My goal for this was to finish the page that I'm working on, so if I could get that done, that would be amazing. But again, I think I might end up working on Autumn Sampler more than Nightmare, but yeah, so I think I'll end the video here. I hope you liked this video too. I know this video had a lot of baking. I hope you don't mind that. I just really love to bake things, and I'm actually making some croissants, but I didn't record that because it's my first time making it, so I didn't want it to get distracted. But if it comes out well, I'll definitely add a video of it at the end. So yeah, I guess that's all for this video, and let me know if you have any questions or projects that you want to see in my videos in the comment section. And yeah, I hope everyone is doing really well, and thank you